Afternoon, everybody. It is a gorgeous day here in Coeur D'Alene, Idaho. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and it feels great. We are downtown, and we're going to walk down this street because at the end of the street, there's the Shops of Coeur D'Alene, and in the Shops of Coeur D'Alene is a cool little store that I think you guys might find interesting. If you're not familiar with North Idaho, the town Coeur D'Alene is known for water sports, and it's set next to Lake Coeur D'Alene. There's trails, there's camping, there's hiking, if you're an outdoors person, this is the best place to be. And the downtown area with some fun little shops, that's where we're going to take a look at today. So here we are at the Coeur D'Alene Plaza. And in the Coeur D'Alene Plaza, there is a bunch of little shops. Not all of them are that fascinating. There is a wedding gown shop, so if you're having a wedding, then it's a great place to shop. And there's some other clothing stores, but what I want to take a look at is a little store called Figpickles. But to give you an idea of what you're in store for, this is their display outside the window. And it's almost more of a little museum. They have toys going back from the 30s, the 20s, the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and yes, even the 1980s. So there you can see they have the Viewmaster. Sadly, none of these items are for sale, but it's a great little display that you can look at. The Game of Life. This little guy was called the Lod. I never heard of him, but there's old school Yahtzee, there's old school Legos, hula hoops, Etch-a-Sketch, and yes, even the Pet Rock is here. The Pet Rock, which was just a rock in a box, and people would pay money for it. And I don't want to spend too much time on this. If you want to slow this down and read the little cards, you can. And of course, there's an Atari 2600. How can you not love the Atari 2600 from 1977? Again, it's a shame none of this is for sale, because I would definitely be buying some of this if we could. So you see Creepy Crawlers, Spirograph, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there's a Cabbage Patch Kid, and there's that red Game Boy, Care Bears, and more. And that's just the display. So as you keep walking down this aisle, you'll get to the store we're talking about, and that is Figpickles. And its full title is the Northwest Premier Toy Store, Figpickles Toy Emporium. And as you can see, you can go to figpickles.com if you want to learn more. And here's the entrance to Figpickles. And here's why I brought you guys here today. It's this Zoltar Machine. And if you don't know about Zoltar, it's from the movie Big. This, of course, is a modern version because it cost $1. So we're going to go ahead and give it a test drive and see what we can do.
Your small payment will reap great benefits if you listen to these words of wisdom from the all-knowing Zoltar. The best place to find a helping hand is at the end of your arm. Yes, you must work for happiness. So go on, take your two hands, get some money out of your pocket, and let Zoltar tell you more.
What? Did you make
What are you waiting for? Come on over. For a small fee, Zoltar will give you a...
Afterwards, it spits out this little fortune card.
You made your wish?
And if you compare that to the one from Big, you'll see it's a little different.
Look! Look! Wish is granted.
And if I'm being completely honest, it is a little disappointing. It doesn't really look or act like the one from the movie Big. So my dreams are somewhat crushed, but it was still fun. And a little bit more about Figpickles. From their website it says, if you think shopping in a toy store isn't fun for kids of all ages, you haven't been to Figpickles. And that is the truth. There is some really cool stuff in this store. But we're here for Zoltar. I'll take you on a quick little tour of the store after we're done with Zoltar here. So you put in your $1 and he basically coaxes you into giving him more money. So it's just kind of a fun thing to do. You don't really get much from it, but if you're ever in North Idaho, it's a pretty cool little thing to try out while you're here. And there's where your fortune will come out. There's the speaker. There's where you put in your buck. And Zoltar will tell your fortune. Try to get in as clear as I possibly can. You can see Figpickles back there as well. And you can also get the little pressed pennies. I remember these when I was growing up. I'm sure they've been around way longer than the 80s. But it cost 51 cents. We didn't do it, but if you're ever interested, there you go. And they do have a lot of cool science stuff for kids, as well as, basic balls and toys, and glow-in-the-dark things. They did have this really cool carousel, which I didn't have any change or cash on me, so we didn't get to try it out. But it is, in fact, an operating carousel, miniature version, and there's the Ringling Brothers Circus poster, which I thought was kind of cool. And there's a closer look at the carousel. You can see it's just a carousel, just miniature version, and it goes right in the store. And then if we walk a little further over here, they have a room that I really liked, and I would love to have my garage kind of look like this, because that's where I do a lot of my filming. Just the cheesy black light, glow in the dark. I love that 3D projector with the scorpion on it. However, that is not for sale. A lot of the stuff is for sale, but that 3D projector is not. It says it's for display only. But yeah, I'm a sucker for glow in the dark, light up, flashing lights. And you can see the plasma ball in the background, as well as the hanging lights that would just add some ambiance to any dark room. And books for the kids. Now we're just going to take a little walking tour here, and we'll let you take a look at some stuff. Now I'm going to just walk through to kind of give you an idea of what you can find at Figpickles. It's not a huge store, so it doesn't take long to walk around. There's some of that skylight, put stars on your ceiling. I thought that was kind of cool, little jellyfish looking thing. More in stock soon. They have whole tickets if you want to buy one. And if you have any kids, there's a book called Mudgy and Millie that was written by an author here in Coeur D'Alene, and it's a story about Lake Coeur D'Alene. It's pretty fun. I want to highlight the employees that work at Figpickles. They are a joy. They were kind, they were polite, they were helpful, they thoroughly looked like they were enjoying their job. We ended up buying some of the old school Mad Libs books so we could fill those out and have some fun with the kids. The gentleman that checked us out, I wish I would have got his name because he was just a rock star. If you're out there, thank you. You have great customer service. And there was also a girl working there who was very helpful. She just kept asking if we needed anything. She had the biggest smile on her face. So customer service, 100% on point at Figpickles. So that's just a quick little tour of the store. Like I said, the main point of my video was to check out Zoltar. I hope you loved it as much as I did. Now we're going to walk back, and there's just one little more thing I want to show you. So don't go yet. It's going to be a little educational. There is a local artist that we have here that does these amazing sculptures about periods throughout history, as far as it pertains to our local area here. You can see here these amazing sculptures. One's about the women's right to vote. This was actually vandalized in our town by someone. They got it cleaned up and back and running pretty quickly, but it was just kind of a sad thing to see happen to such a beautiful piece of art. And here you can see some other mining and farming sculptures that happened in North Idaho. You can see the backdrop there of Lake Coeur D'Alene and the beautiful tree line. That's Tubbs Hill. That's one of the best places to go hiking, in my opinion, in Coeur D'Alene. It's right on the lake, so you hike overlooking the lake, and it is gorgeous. And I did do a little digging and found out you can go to zoltar.org and actually get a Zoltar machine for your business. They have a lot of other cool stuff there, so if you want to take some time and look at that. Now, it's fair to note that the Zoltar machines were around way before the movie Big, although that is when I was first introduced to them. They've been around since the 1900s, originally by a company called Mills Novelty, and it was just known as the Verbal Fortune Teller, and then evolved over time into Zoltar. And the name Zoltar wasn't trademarked until nearly 20 years after the movie. So while there were fortune teller machines, there probably wasn't exactly a Zoltar machine. And you can see that the one in the movie does look different, does behave differently, but it was still cool to see it go. Anyway, that's our quick little journey to Figpickles, and more importantly, the Zoltar machine. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe, as we're always looking to have some new friends of the family.